Yep. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you yet.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Happy Monday over here on the West Coast. I know we had a lot of things going on in the United States today. Man, that solar eclipse took the world by storm. From what I understand, school districts closed down, and a whole bunch of good, wonderful things happened. Um, Hopefully, schools and families made this a big science lesson, because these things don't happen that often. So, happy Solar Eclipse Monday. Hey, what's going on? So, Mr. Riley, I'm over here trying out something different over here. And, I really wanted for quite some time to kind of produce some kind of show, whether it be a podcast or a live video show, like we normally do here on Facebook. And so today we have a special guest, and this is like a pilot episode for a video audio podcast. And so we're not going to be on here too long, but we're just kind of testing out and just seeing if there's some traction um, for this kind of medium over here in Riley World. So today, as you can see in the comments in the description, I have a special guest, and so I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and hop into this wonderful. Bringing in this wonderful young man. This is son number two, and simply his name is Syaire Riley. So Syaire Riley, what's going on, sir? How you feeling?
I'm good, Mr. Riley. How you doing?
I'm doing well. If my computer, there you go. You are in the house. Yes, sir. Special guest. So I figured in this particular episode, side, we could actually, have you get caught up with the people. I know we have several folks who are listening and looking on Facebook. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. So, Cy Riley, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, yeah, he introduced me as Syaire first, but if you're not new to us or him, I also go by Cy. That is my second name, but most common name. I just find it easier for people. I am a recent college graduate from the University of New Mexico in 2023. Um, I am a former college football player. I just recently retired. I had Achilles surgery in February, 6 weeks ago to the day. And yeah, I'm just at home right now rehabbing. I'm going back to Albuquerque next week, so I'll be able to start getting into work and things like that. And yeah, just exciting things coming up.
Absolutely. And before we move on, Cy, the funny thing that you said that got me was you're retired. So we're going to put a pin in that real quick. But I want to acknowledge we have several people who are watching. We have Willie Salters. She says, hello from Atlanta. It's late, but I saw this. Thank you for tuning in, uh, Sister
How you
Salters.
doing, Mama? Yeah, how you doing, Mama Salters? How you doing?
Mother Salters, it's good to see you on here. Daryl Thomas says, okay, show me what you got, bro. Bro, I am showing you what we do over here in Riley World on the Riley World podcast. Thank you for watching and tuning in, Daryl. And then Willie Salters, she says, hi, Cy. And then one of my ECAM friends, Eva Johnson, says hello from St. Louis. Hey, Eva, long time no hear or see from. Hopefully, you're doing well. And then my good man, my good brother over there, Amar Sahili, he says, great look. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. We're trying to do something a little bit different over here. And so, and then Mama Salter says, hey, my son, Cy. So it's all good, man. You're getting all the love tonight, man. So this is one reason why I kind of wanted to start off with you. Um,
Yeah.
Riley World is just not exclusively Cy and Mr. Riley, but we hope to branch out. I have some other children who are very, very involved in some of their community and activities and things of that nature. And then, Amar, if there's time in your busy schedule, I would love to kind of bring you on. He's an evangelist up there in the Bay Area, and so just would love to pick his brain. Not only is he an evangelist, he's also an educator up there. So, we would love to have guests on this particular show, the Riley World Podcast, just highlighting some of the folks that who are out and doing their things in the community. So, let's get back to you, Sai, because something that
Yep.
you said that you are retired. What does that mean, man? You're all of what, 21, 22? Where you
Yeah.
retired from? Help me out.
Um, Football takes a grind and a toll. I've been playing tackle football since fourth grade. I did 3 years of tackle football, Pop Warner, and then I took 2 years off to play flag football because I knew if I was going to go pro, the first step would be, 4 years of tackle football in high school, and then 4 years, maybe possibly of college football, and then the NFL, and most careers average around 5 to 6 years of that. So I just knew it'd be a toll on my body. And yeah, I was blessed enough to go to the collegiate level. I had a couple of circumstances that I don't want to say prevented me from going to the next level, but it just wasn't in the cards. And I'm completely fine with that. And I realized that I needed to take care of my body, and it's just such a grind. And I realized that if I want to be able to, play with my children 5, 10, 15 years from now,
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
it'd be pretty best to walk away from the game because it's just
Yeah,
hard on your body, hard on your mentals, especially if you're not going to go pro. Then what's the point of playing football after you fall out of love with the game? And so yeah, I left 2 years of eligibility on the table, really just one of one more playing experience. But I'm totally satisfied with my time in New Mexico and what's transpired, and just looking forward to starting my career in a different avenue, different medium, different journey, and the challenges that faces. So yeah, that's why I consider myself a retired athlete. No longer putting on helmets and shoulder pads. I don't have to wake up achy and groggy
man.
and all that stuff.
Listen, now, I mean, with you and your older brother and your younger brother, you guys are not playing college football, even though I think your younger brother might try at some point. But for you guys, man, we've been going, since 2018. Flying here, going there, making excursions, and so it's going to be a little bit different for us, man, because now it's like my weekends during college football season is gonna be not so occupied. So I don't know how I feel about you retiring, my man. You sure you don't want to give it one more good year? Go ahead and rehab really, really good, and then give it the old college try for your
Nah,
dad.
I think that you'll be satisfied with my body of work. And the good thing is that I played on TV, and so you can always go back and watch if you get bored on the DVR. Just look it up on YouTube or something like that. I'm there on TV. I'm there for, and the internet never goes away, so I'll be there to the end of time. And so I'm just
Absolutely.
thankful for
Uh,
that journey.
yeah, no, absolutely. And matter of fact, I think the other day, man, we were playing a family game or something. I think it was what was the game that we played? Code Words.
Oh, code names.
Code names, yeah. And I tried to pull it up. You like, Dad, what you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to relive. And you like, Dad, cut that off. So I'll have to
Yeah,
watch
not
those.
with me,
Oh,
not
okay.
just with yourself,
Just with myself.
like,
Absolutely.
because I look, man, like, because you asked me right after that, you were like, man, do you ever like watch like your games back? And I'm like, yeah, we watch film every single day. Like, what are
Right.
we talking about? Like,
Right.
I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning watching film. So, but yeah, that's why right now I'm kind of fresh out of it, so I don't necessarily want to relive those moments. And
Yes.
but years from now, probably in the fall, I still do it with my high school football games. Sometimes I go back and I just rewatch the games.
Got you.
But yeah, eventually down the line, we could watch a couple games together. But right now, it's just a little fresh on the mind, a little cringy.
Got you. Okay, so let's do this because, like I said, this is really a test just to see, if folks, really want to, get this information, get this smoke. You know what I mean? So here's what I want to do tonight for the remainder. Probably another as you can hear, we don't have soundproof walls. The budget is kind of cheap like that. But here's what I want to do for the remaining few moments. Tonight, I just want to talk about maybe spring ball and what it feels like not having to wake up early and go through spring practice, and then maybe we can talk about what you're hoping to do in the future because you are a college grad. So maybe we'll do those two things and we'll kind of wrap it up again. We just want to give this as a tease to the folks. And so let's go ahead and kind of talk about spring ball, man. So we know with spring ball, football teams are practicing right now. Kind of tell us what happened during your spring ball being a participant at the University of New Mexico, one of the Lobos.
So yeah, it's a little bit different this year. Coach Mendenhall, brand new coach, first year with the New Mexico Lobos, he decided to have spring ball on the second part of the session of spring workouts. We always took care of spring ball in the beginning so that we could have a full month of working out before we go into summer conditioning, and that was always, I considered that a little bit harder because you would only have 3 weeks or 4 weeks or so before spring ball leading up to get your body in good enough shape to go out and actually play football again. And once you put on pads, everybody's like, oh, plays are only last like 4 to 5 seconds. In reality, it's like 6 to 7, and that's full exertion, 100% exertion of the body. And so you got to make sure that you're prepared physically during the off season so that when you come back, it was always, we're picking right back to the scheme of things. And then we were also always done on spring break. So that Saturday before spring break, we were always finished. And so that was kind of nice knowing that, oh, I got a week to, rest. And then when we come back, it's just straight 6 weeks of workouts and hard lifts and, morning runs and things like that. And it just trains the mind so that when you're out there on the football game or during the football game, that nothing's new to you, that you're not feeling it tired or groggy, or you're not worried about the body. You just go out there and you just compete to the best of your abilities. And so yeah, I always liked spring ball in the earlier section of the spring, but Coach Mendenhall, he has these guys in the back half of the spring. Their football game is April 20th. I'll be there. That's next Saturday. I'll be on there, doing a new thing that I have with the pit press. It's a new.
Man, you
I don't
going
want to
wait,
say it's
hold
okay.
on,
All
man.
right,
You
I'll back it up. All right, but yeah, that's what happens with spring ball. That's what happens with spring ball. There's two types. There's two
yeah,
types. You either do it in the early window or you do it in the later window. You'll typically see teams do it closer to when the semester ends, so guys
yeah,
could finish spring ball, do their interviews, their exits, and so that they could have a month off for summer, still training through the off season. Or you can get those teams that do it in March, knock it out of the way, so that when they're finished with that, they could just do 6 weeks of just hard lifts, hard grind, and really bulk up or lose weight depending on your scheme of what the
true.
coaches want you to do. So when you get into summer, it's just ball out from there.
Got you. Okay. So, for those of you who do not know what spring, and I probably should have started off there, what spring ball is, right? I know what spring ball is, but my man who's watching, David Blackman. What's up, Blackman? DB, what's going on, sir? Thank you for tuning in. He might not know. So just briefly, kind of explain what spring ball is for the football player.
So spring ball is essentially, you and your team scrimmaging against each other, practicing against each other. It's basically the same thing that you would do um, during a regular game day week, but you're game planning against the offense or you're game planning against the defense. And then special teams, that's really a time for coaches, the special teams coordinators, to really implement their new schemes. Same things with new coaches, offense and defense. They can implement their new schemes to the team so that they have actual practice and familiarity with the plays and the game plan and the playbook and things like that. So it's a lot different than I would say a fall camp, because fall camp is 24/7. You're, still watching film, you're getting rehab and treatment and all these things. Whereas spring ball is during classes, you still have a set amount of time. They call it Kara hours. You only have a certain amount of time that you can have with the coaches each week. They bump it up during spring ball. It's different than when you're not in it, because then again, you still have classes and you still have lifts and things like that. But yeah, that's the kind of little bit of the difference. In spring ball, you're game planning against each other. You're setting in playbooks and schemes and things like that, so that players have familiarity. So when it comes to game day, in August and September and December, through December, that you're not, it's not the first time that you've ran these plays
Right.
against somebody. That's not the first time that you put on pads. Same thing for transfers, is a good opportunity for them to decide whether or not this is something that'll work for to their benefit. Returning players, same thing for them. If a new coach comes and he's implementing new plays and things like that, or if they just don't gel with the coaches, they can enter the portal and still have a opportunity to go to a new team and learn, under a different coach. But it's just not as gruesome and as hard as it would for somebody to, go through spring ball and then, and then into summer, then decide to transfer, then enter, fall camp. And that's kind of the make it or break it time. So yeah, it's just a early football period for teams to learn, how to play football.
Man, listen, you know what? I might have to. We're gonna have to break up these questions a little bit smaller, man, because you just be going on for like you give the encyclopedia version,
I got knowledge, man.
man. That's a shirtable right there. That's a shirtable quote. I got knowledge, and actually, one of my former students, hey Teresa, what's going on? She says, I love hearing it. Just very intelligent side. Yeah, he's pretty dope. He's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Man, I'm just like, okay, dude, can I? I was over here. Let me switch the screen real quick. I was over here like, excuse me, sir. Can I get in a question? And you just kept going, but it's all good. So let me ask you, do you miss spring ball?
No. Um,
Why not? What's going on, man?
I mean, I'm not in the mental football everyday grind
Right.
that a spring ball is. It's not as bad as a fall camp, or I
Yeah.
shouldn't even say bad, because they're not bad. That's just what you do.
Sure.
Um, Fall camp is probably the hardest thing that you go through, and then spring ball is under that. Again, you're dealing with classes, so you have time to, I don't know, kind of throw yourself into something else. So it's not as strenuous as a fall camp, but I don't miss it just simply because I don't want to play football anymore.
Got you.
It's hard on your body, yes, but also you have days off in between. You have lighter days, you have helmet days, you have fully padded days where you're putting on helmets and padded pants and things like that. And then you have shells, and then you have days where it's just 7-on-7 or just meetings or just lives. Like there's a different structure to each spring camp, I guess, but no, I don't miss spring ball at all. No.
Got you. Okay. So I know you don't miss spring ball, but let's have you kind of think retrospectively. What
Yeah.
was your favorite part of spring ball?
When it finished. I mean, I
That's what's up.
mean,
I
there
mean, I
was
mean,
there was there
go
was
go ahead.
some great times during spring ball, especially as you get towards the end of spring ball. The coaches start throwing in fun activities. I remember there was a little, I don't, what do I call it? Obstacle course
Hmm.
that they would have doing. I remember last year during spring ball, they had the starting offense versus the starting, uh, or I'm sorry, the starting defense versus our second stringers, and an obstacle course where we were competing against each other. And the second stringers lost, and they were supposed to do some extra running and things like that. And then that Coach G never made them do it. So I always, in the
Oh,
back of my mind, he didn't live up to that.
boo.
But again, we did it the year before, offense to defense, O line versus D line. So it's just a different type of competition, because again, you're competing with friends, you're competing against your brothers. rather than completely set of
Different
different
people.
guys. Yeah, so I
Absolutely.
do miss that aspect of it, but man, the day when it ended that Saturday, walking back to the locker room, whether that was with my guy Devin, Ray, OJ, Dion, you know what I'm saying? Just it's just
Bryce,
each one,
Kyler.
each yeah, Bryce Kyler, each one is different. The
Yeah.
last one we finished, and again, if you're like an experienced guy like me, you don't get a whole bunch of snaps and reps because they already know what you can do in their
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we went to a pizza place with Bryce's family, and that was, Caleb. I should throw Caleb in there because if he
What's up,
gets
Caleb?
this,
Shout out
he'll
to
get
Caleb.
he'll get mad at me. And Jamarcus. But after that, we just went and got pizza, and like those are the experiences that you'll miss and you'll remember.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, because again, this is supposed to be just a pilot, just to kind of get the appetite wet. Why don't you tell the folks, man? I mean, you've graduated. You graduated a little bit
Yeah.
early. You took extra classes, or during the season because you had your plan together. A lot of student athletes, they don't necessarily have a plan together, but you, sir, well, not sir, you, Cy, uh, you had a plan together and you kind of executed it to the best of your ability. So now you graduated a semester early. What's in the cards for you? What is it that you want to do um, in the future? Now,
Yeah.
don't give me. I don't need a 5 minute answer, side. Just give me
All
small
right. I
chunks.
got
But
you.
even
I
though,
got
hold
you.
on, before you answer, Kelvin, who was watching, he did say, "Let him cook."
Let him cook. Yeah, that's good. That's a
So
good
go ahead, man.
that's a good
Briefly
sound.
tell the
TikTok.
folks what you're hoping to do in your next phase of your life.
Yeah, so this is what I want to do. I want to be I graduated or majored in multimedia journalism. So this is kind of the medium that I have kind of a little bit of an edge in, and I want to do things like that. I don't want to do news. I can be a reporter, but normally want to be in front of a camera, behind a microphone. Those are the things that I love to do. And so without giving a long explanation, yeah, so I have a couple of opportunities coming up. I'm going back to Albuquerque, like I mentioned earlier. I have three things lined up right now. I have something to do with the athletic academic advisors, some type of Lobo SBs. Um, I have a new opportunity with the Pit Press. It's a podcast platform that covers all of UNM's athletics. Pretty much, I don't even want to limit them to UNM because they do a good job of covering the state of New Mexico as well.
Yeah.
And then I also have a gig with ESPN Albuquerque 610 KNML, I think is the name, where I'm doing a co-hosting a radio show for ESPN. So yeah, those are the three quick things that I have lined up. The fourth I could say is internship. I'm not sure where yet. Gwen has sent me an email today, which is I intern under New Mexico local news fund. Last year during the summer, I interned at New Mexico PBS, and
Right.
so uh, this year I don't know where they want to place me, but Gwen has sent me an email, so I know that she wants to place me somewhere, so I had to do that. So yeah, so those are some things immediately coming up, and then
Sure.
as we get into football season, I'll have other things. Yeah,
Absolutely. So you have some irons in the fire, and we were not too sure which iron is going to be used the most. But again, you're a bright young man, and I'm sure you'll figure out. And you got some parents and family members who will help you guide you down the right way. So, it's going to be a wonderful life for not only you but for the rest of the family, and you know all the all the followers as well, the viewers as well, who are who are going to check you out and follow your story because you definitely have a story. Not only you, but again, your siblings have stories, and so these are some of the things that we hope to tell on the Riley World podcast. Again, not just limiting it to just family and friends of Riley, but hey, friends of a friend can be on on the Riley World podcast, and we're just having some fun over here with the technology. And so, Sai, we're gonna wrap it up, man. I appreciate you hopping on. tonight, and just kind of sharing a little bit of what you're about. I think we entitled this in the description, just catching up with Cy. So you kind of got folks, people's appetite a little wet, a little bit, a little hungry, and so hopefully we can come back and do something a little bit more, fuller, where we can kind of transition and kind of walk with you as you went from being a student athlete, elementary, middle school, just kind of taking that journey through high school up to college, and now a newly graduated, former retired collegiate football student athlete player who is looking for something a little bit different. So I appreciate you hopping on. We're going to shut it down tonight. And, Mama Salter says she's clapping on your adventures and finding your way to your new journey. So thank you very much. Hey, Cicely Brooks, she's over there watching. We appreciate you watching. And let's see, anyone else? Darren Hudson is over here looking. I know why you're looking, bro. Just relax, man. Man, any final words, Sai, as we kind of shut down for the evening?
No, just thank you everybody for number one tuning in, number two all your kind words and well wishes, and number three, Dad. Cowboys and Steelers play each other this year. Are we gonna go?
Hey, man, I would love to. We'll have to figure it out, man. I mean, we'll have to figure it out, son. I mean, of course, you know what? I don't even know what the Cowboys gonna do because they just,
Yeah,
you know,
I just hear excuses. You're afraid Russell Wilson's gonna cook him.
man. Listen, I would love to. We'll talk off air, son. Okay.
All right,
All
all
right.
right.
Hey, I tell you what, we can go if you pay for half of the trip.
No, I got some stuff lined up. I got some stuff lined up.
There
Somebody
you
told
go.
me that I need to save money so I can do a vacation
Oh, oh,
with her. So
oh.
I don't know if I can take care of half of your finances. Um,
Okay. Hey, dude.
but for Father's Day, we can do a Dodger game.
Dodger game, absolutely. No, yeah, I'm going to the Dodger game next week, April 15th. I'm going on Jackie Robinson night. That's
Oh,
kind of
I'll be
like,
there. I'll be there too.
are you for real?
Yeah,
Are you going
you
to be
got
back?
me. All right, I got. All right, you got me, and then I'll get you on the next. All right, that's what you said. Okay, okay.
Oh gosh, you're funny. All right, Sai. So, Sai, just hold tight in the green room. We'll come back. Let me close out the show, and appreciate you hopping on with me, son.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So there we go. Again, just a test pilot podcast. My friend who's actually here watching, Cicely Brooks, she says, she's been telling me probably about a year and a half ago. It's like, look, you need to go ahead and do some stuff. So this is our a step in the right direction. So just appreciate all of you who are watching the live feed, the live video, the video podcast. And so we'll probably convert this to an audio version as well. Again, just a test, just to kind of get your appetite wet for things to come for the Riley World podcast. So for Cy Riley, former collegiate student athlete who's now retired. Oh man. But yeah, so on his behalf, this is Mr. Riley. We're going to sign off from the West Coast, the best coast. Thank you for watching, and leave some comments, drop some comments. Let us know what you like to hear, what you like to see coming over from this Riley World podcast. So other than that, you guys take care, be safe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Good night, and thanks for watching.